Hey gang, Wednesday, September 26th, I believe is the date. I'm getting my watch out here. Yep. Just got back from being into town. Say hi, Clifford. That's a birthday present. Yeah, boy. We'll get that open here in just a little bit, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update before we hop into the shop. No spark, but we do have good compression. Checked it out. Blown engine. So their fate has yet to be determined. We will see what happens with them. I may just do an engine transplant in this Craftsman here, but that's what's going on. That one, I'm still waiting for a suitable owner. And something else that I noticed is the hydro. I don't know if you guys can see, but right there, get the light there. Big gaping hole in there. Apparently the dipstick was pulled out, and the dipstick that pulled the dipstick out didn't put it back in. So anyway, it's a Series 2000. I'm going to do a little bit of investigating on it and see what all we can do with it. But that's enough of that. Let's get in the shop. Alright, quick unboxing. This came from my good buddy Bryce. Let's go ahead and get this sucker open. We'll open it the way that it seals. There we go. See what we got here. Empty. And we've got a new lighter. Let's see what it is. Oh wow, that's cool. I love all the gears and everything on it, and then the iconic Zippo flame. Bryce, that's beautiful. Thank you very, very much. You guys remember, always take your flints out if you're planning on storing them and not using them. Keep the flint from turning to powder. That is awesome. Thank you very much for the birthday gift, brother. I really, really, really appreciate it. On to get to work. Alright, we're on the edger trimmer with the Tecumseh motor, and I want to let you guys know I finally did break down and bought one of those specialty Tecumseh tools that you use to replace the seats and do different things with. So ordered one, and it should be in next week. Doesn't do me much good today, but I don't even know if we're not even in view. I'm just swapping out the carburetor. This carburetor, somebody dug into it before and just screwed it up. So we're just going to replace it with a brand new one, just like we did on the weed trimmer a couple of weeks ago. So that's all we're doing. Sorry I'm out of view. I'm just taking the intake elbow off so that I can, I suppose I could move the camera for you guys so that you can see me. Let me move it just a little bit. Pan it down, move the microphone so you guys can hear me. There we go. Good enough, I guess. Hello. I'm seriously thinking about upgrading my camera. I can get a pretty good deal on a new Hero, or excuse me, a new GoPro Hero 7 Black if I trade in another camera, and they don't care what camera it is. So I'm just going to send them my really old camera and get the new Hero 7, which is supposed to have greatly improved audio. So we'll see if it actually does or not. But if it doesn't, no big deal. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. I got to get this gasket off. It does come with a new gasket, which is nice of them. I may have to clean that surface a bit. All this is a oil paint spatula that I cut the end off of and sharpened the end to make a gasket scraper out of. I don't know if that was too close to the camera or not, but it takes them off real easy. I've got just a little bit left right here. Get that cleaned off of there. Make sure we've got a nice good clean surface. This, someone got into it. They tried to fix it on their own. This is one of the pawn shop's pieces. I got to make sure I put everything together right. So that will go there. Carburetor goes, whoops, backwards. I'll go there. Carburetor goes that way. I don't know if this handle's in the way or not here, is it? Yeah, it's like right in the middle. Let's move back just a little bit. We'll change all of our angles. So we can still get on the engine. Yeah, that ought to work. And these come off real easy. It's a lot easier to just take the intake manifold off. I think I showed you guys that on the video of the weed trimmer. And my aunt was thrilled to death to get that back. And she had a little bit of difficulty starting it, but she's got a nephew that comes over and usually helps her do the weed trimming, and he'll be able to start it no problem. She's getting close to being in her 80s and just doesn't have the oomph strength it takes to pull it over. And she said, I can't start that thing. You start it. So I yanked on it once. It fired right up. So we're going to throw this carburetor back on here and we'll see what kind of running condition we have on the little weed trimmer. And then we're done with, I did the Steel 029 chainsaw off camera. I don't know how much of that was totally out of picture. Probably all of it. All I'm doing is just attaching the manifold to the carburetor. And should be factory preset. There, right there's your little cap for the idle, but it seats completely into the carb body. Make sure these are tight enough. There we go. Now we can stick it back on there. Let me get my parts tray over here. And all 3/8, everything's 3/8. So you can put them on either with the manifold. You can put on either with a screwdriver. I guess we can move back over here now. Hang on. You can put those on either with a screwdriver or with a wrench. So I'm just going to get them started. After I put the throttle linkage on, there's only one, just coming right off the governor arm. Okay. Let me look at this carburetor and see. Alright, it was on this back one right here. Get in there. Are we going to have the same issue with the size of the hole being too small? Nope, we're good. We're golden. Even the gas tank just comes off with a 3/8. So you really only, to take the carburetor off, you just need one tool, a 3/8 socket. And that'll take everything off. And then you'll need a 7/16 to separate the socket from the, or to separate the carburetor from the intake manifold. There we got them started. I'm just going to grab a Phillips head, run them in with that. And you can get them plenty tight enough. It's a P3, by the way. Number 3 Phillips. The big guy. Get it on there, nice and tight, nice and tight. Now let's, okay, carburetor's doing what it's supposed to do. And now we do have to take the air filter mount off, put it on. That is a P2 Phillips, or a, I believe, 1/4 inch to get those off. So, just screw that off of there, that's one. Screw that off there. That's 2. Alright. Lest we not forget, we have to make sure that we have the square edged gasket. It just seats right down into the air filter mount. Snake that breather tube through. And run these screws home. Now we can cut the camera. I'm going to set it on the ground the gas, well, I guess I can put the gas tank on now. We'll do this completely Pender style. How about that? Will that work for you guys? Now this one does have a crankcase vent on the top that just sucks air and throws it in. So the old carburetor also had it. It is not a problem with causing any kind of extra airflow problem, but what you do wind up with is the potential to suck something in. So I'll get a one of those. I'll get it plugged to put on there so that I don't have to worry about that. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that now. Then I'll get the gas tank on, which is just putting a couple bolts in the top here, and we'll set it on the ground, see if she's going to start. So hang on. All right, we're on the ground. Let's see if the sucker's going to start for us. Get the primer bulb a couple of pumps. I think I need to put a new fuel line on. I got a leak. But for testing purposes, let's see if she'll start. Well, that was easy. One pull. I'll take that all day long. All right, let me just throw another fuel line on there and that one's ready to go. Thanks guys for watching. If you would, give me a thumbs up. And then directly down there, right there where my finger's pointing, that little circle with that goofy looking guy that's wearing an orange beanie and an orange t-shirt. If you click on that, you can subscribe. And if you subscribe and you want to know that my videos are coming out, you can click the bell icon. Also, over here on this side is my most recently viewed. And over here on this side is best for viewer. So take a look at some of my other videos. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later. I'm out of here.